Hello everybody and welcome to the third video on this Devlog series on the creation of a pretty odd bunny. Before we start, I wanted to thank everybody that supported the previous video. I'm so glad that you like it. Also, thank you to every one of you that have downloaded the game. As of right now, a pretty odd bunny has more than 60,000 downloads on Android, which is insane and more than I expected. I can't wait to bring the game to more platforms, so even more people can join us on this ride. Stay tuned because I have a lot of surprises coming, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and keep an eye on the upcoming videos so you don't miss anything. Well, without further ado, let's begin the video. Last time we talked about how a Pretty Odd Bunny remake was complete, but since the goal is to release the game on consoles, the original 25 levels wasn't enough, so I started developing a second batch of levels that will become a Pretty Odd Bunny Chapter 2. Since the beginning, I had this idea of continuing the game. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make a sequel or just add more levels to the main game. What I did know is that the new levels will have to be different and more challenging, so I came up with this idea that instead of exploring a forest, this time we will go underground. I'm going to go into some spoiler here for a Pretty Odd Bunny story, so if you haven't played Chapter 1 yet, better stop the video, go download the game and come back later to finish it. Okay, for those of you that already finished Chapter 1, let's continue. Chapter 2 picks up just after our bunny friend completely destroyed the Carrot Festival. This wasn't intentional, of course, but the other bunnies didn't care and threw him to jail all the same. This jail is located below Bunny Town, so your goal in Chapter 2 isn't to get the pig, but to find the door on each level without letting the guards see you. It was a fun spin on the main concept and allowed to make new and interesting additions to the gameplay. One of my favorite ones was the new dig ability. Whenever Bunny finds a dig spot, you can stand on top and press down to make Bunny dig and quickly move to the end of the tunnel. This mechanic is very useful to avoid guards, carrots, and even find your way through a maze. In the last video, I told you how remaking a Pretty Odd Bunny Chapter 1 took me a whole year. So it was scary to start developing Chapter 2, knowing it could take so long to make. But luckily, after remaking the first 25 levels, I had more experience and learned how to be more efficient with the development time. The trick was to keep making progress every day, even a little bit. Also, I didn't wait until I had all the graphics done. I started programming with placeholder graphics and replaced stuff on the go. I also used Trello to organize the task and keep an eye on what I needed to do next. Everything was written down there and was translated to the game almost without change. All of this allowed me to finish Chapter 2 in under 4 months. That's less than half than what took me to make Chapter 1. Pretty good, huh? I released a Pretty Odd Bunny Chapter 2 on itch and GameDev as a standalone game, and people seem to like it. Having 2 chapters ready and having reduced the development time to less than half gave me the confidence that maybe I could finish this whole game on a reasonable time frame, and maybe, just maybe, have a package that was long and good enough to release on consoles. Would that even be possible? I didn't know at the time, but I kept dreaming about it, and that dream gave me the fuel I needed to keep working. And the next step was, of course, starting development of a Pretty Odd Bunny Chapter 3. In the next video, we're going to the beach, and we'll see how releasing every chapter as a standalone game didn't seem to make much sense anymore. But wouldn't that confuse players? We'll see. Thank you again for joining me on this journey, and I hope to see you all on the next one. Bye!